You can do it.
Go up a little bit. It's too far.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Pam, the Lipstick Lady, and I just wanted to hop on here, let y'all know we've made it through Texas snow 2026 so far. It is very, very, very icy. Excuse me, to my eye. Oh goodness, it's, I don't know, 1 o'clock or something. I just finally went in and got a shower, and because I honestly, it was cold and I just didn't want to have to get out of my pajamas and get a shower and have wet hair. But it was time. So here we are. It was time for a second cup of coffee. A second pot of coffee. We very, very rarely ever make a second pot, but today justified it. I had to show a video clip on here of what it's like outside. It's crazy, all the ice buildup. Friday when I parked my car, I made sure and turn the heat up as high, on high, and had it on as hot as it would go, and thought that way when we get this storm I can just remote start it and let it run for the 15 minutes and should kind of thaw things off. But it didn't even make a dent in the ice. It's still just as covered as it was before I ran it. So that didn't work. Both of our cars, same thing. Went out, started them both same time, let them both run the full, I think it's 15 minutes that they run in. No good, it's still. And they're so ice that there's no way we would even attempt to try to get into them, because I think it would probably break the handles trying to get in, because the ice is so thick out there. Dave said he doesn't remember seeing ice this thick. He said even living in Michigan, he doesn't remember ice being this thick. So you can see my little friend out there, Squishmallow. The kids like to play with when they're here. So that's where the stuffies are located, in the hall outside my office. But yeah, so we're in Central Texas, and we did get some snow. I think excuse me, I think it's about the same amount we got last year, but we didn't get the ice. Oh, hang on. My throat was dry. The joys of not having a thyroid. Chokes you. Mercy. Sorry, y'all. But we did get a little bit of snow last night, and then we got the freezing rain, I think for quite a long period of time. Because when I went to bed, the ground wasn't white yet. The ground is white now. Not compared to like up north or many other states this morning are waking up to. Heck, even in Texas, there's parts of Texas that I've seen on TV that have lots of snow. So I really can't complain about what we have. We have a dusting of snow, and then on top is a very thick coating of ice. So, and it's only, I think it's supposed to get down to like 11 degrees tonight. So it is gonna, free. Not that anything's gonna melt today, because I think it's only supposed to be like in the 20s. I want to say 26 before the wind chill. So it's not like it's gonna thaw today. Tomorrow, pretty much every school around is closed, as I'm sure there'll be many other things closed, because I don't know if they have like salt trucks here even. Whenever we've been here, this is our third winter. Since we've been here, when it gets like this, we don't leave the house. We stay put. And because these people here can't drive on dry roads. They really can't drive on wet roads. I don't even want to think about. Well, actually, I know some of them can't drive on the icy roads. Last night, somebody was on the news, on Facebook. Somebody crashed in I don't know if it was four-wheel drive. It was like a bigger SUV. And here, not everything is four-wheel drive. Like, up in Michigan, most SUVs and trucks, most of them are four-wheel drive. But down here, I don't believe they probably are. And this, which, really on the ice, four-wheel drive doesn't necessarily help you all that much. But this SUV had lost control and it flipped, went either through the fence or over the fence. Anyway, it hit an apartment complex in a gated community. So, hopefully nobody was hurt, because originally when the news came out, it said it was an unoccupied apartment. And then this morning they said, oh no, it was occupied, but there wasn't any injuries. So hopefully there wasn't. But regardless, those people are probably not in their apartment right now, because I'm thinking it probably, if it went into the building, I don't know how many people would, do they make them leave because they're not sure structurally how safe the building is? I'm assuming so, but I don't know. So, but we did make it through. We didn't lose power. Thank you, Jesus. Power stayed on. That was our biggest concern, was losing power. And they haven't had shut the water off, which they sent out a text yesterday morning, I think it was, saying that if the weather got as bad as they were predicting, that they would have to shut the water off to prevent the pipes from bursting. So, but they would let us know ahead of time. So my husband is so smart. He saved all of our 1-gallon water jugs. Well, I shouldn't say all of them, but I think he said he has 10 or 11 of them in a garbage bag that he stores out in the he calls it his shed. It's like a storage room off from our patio. He stores them there, and then he has 3 or 4 bottles filled. I had emptied one into the coffee pot last night so that I could use that to fill it with the tap water. And I got that so that we have water, flush toilets, to anything that necessity would need water for. Wash things off, whatever. So, we were prepared if they decided to shut the water off in the middle of the night and we didn't get the text saying they were going to shut it off, that we'd be prepared. But so far we haven't had that. I am surprised that it's an apartment complex and they don't salt anything. They don't put any kind of preventative down. We are on the first floor, and, because we're old and we have a dog, and neither one of us were about to be climbing up and down the stairs every time she has to potty. And plus, she doesn't do stairs all that well, so that'd be a whole different dilemma. But we purposely picked a first floor apartment, and I'm always surprised that, because we get this weather usually once every January. The past couple of years it's been the middle of January. This year it's like a week later. So it's not like we never get any kind of ice accumulation, but they never salt out here or put any kind of like preventative down. I don't know what they put on the roads, if they put down maybe sand or some kind of brine or something, but they don't put anything down. The stairs are icy out here, and I think, oh, I'm glad I don't live upstairs. You know, they're covered in ice, the sidewalks are covered in ice, the parking lots are covered in ice, and nothing is ever treated. So I don't know, and honestly, I have not seen the apartment complex behind us, nothing get treated over there, although that apartment complex is a pretty rough complex, I think, and so I'm not entirely surprised by that, but I don't know. I'm just surprised that they don't get sued out of these places. You know, from coming from up north, if a business didn't salt or clear up sidewalks or parking lots, that was kind of like a liability. So I don't know. I always say Texas does its own thing, so maybe the laws are different here on that. I'm not sure. I mean, it's not something that that we get on any kind of regular basis, but it's been once every winter since we've been here that they get this, and so, you know, it's not like it's totally unheard of either, so I don't know. But I just wanted to come on here. I'm going to put on here now the video that I took before I took a shower, because I wasn't going out with wet hair. So I took that before I went in and got a shower, showing how icy it is out there, how our cars are just coated with ice. And I'm surprised DoorDash sent out a notification just before I went and got a shower saying it's really busy out there right now. I don't know what's open. There must be restaurants open. I don't know, maybe most of the retail places are open today. You know, I mean, I know in Michigan they would be, but down here, everything is, like, school-wise, they closed those all as of Friday. They're closed for tomorrow. And honestly, it's not supposed to be any warmer tomorrow, so I'm not sure that Tuesday's school won't be canceled either. And A&M College rarely ever closes. They are closed tomorrow. I seen they finally closed as of today. They sent out a thing closing it for tomorrow. So I don't know. You know, here, you know, Dave and I grew up where it's snowy, and this wasn't like terribly alarming to us compared to people who have always lived here. Now, my friend that lives next door, she don't leave her apartment when it's 40 out. I'm sure I will not be seeing her out. Her dog's got little potty pads, I think. And so her dog will probably be using those for the next few days until it warms up. I think it's supposed to be back in the 50s and 60s later in the week. So, you know, we should survive this fine. But we were, you know, a little, I don't want to say word, I guess, a little concerned about losing electricity. We do have a fireplace in our apartment. We don't have any wood, and we don't keep wood. It was kind of nice being able to smell people in the other apartments with their fireplaces going. But honestly, knowing this is a complex, I have no idea if anybody ever checks the fireplaces. And so, you know, the chimneys and the fireplace. So we just weren't comfortable with burning wood in here. Dave said today, oh, it would be nice to have a nice wood fire, because if you've ever had a wood fire, you know how toasty warm and dry and cuddly it is. But we also don't want to have a chimney fire. So, you know, the only thing worse than freezing is being homeless in this freezing weather. So we kind of opt not to become homeless because the apartment complex doesn't check the chimneys. And we've never seen anybody ever check any of them. But, you know, I don't know, maybe they have and we just missed it. I don't know. I hate to say that, but I've never seen anybody on any of the buildings. Not all of the buildings have fireplaces, but ours is one of them that does. So I don't know. And you would think if they were checking them, they would say something to the residents about, they were coming in, or they were, if you hear noises in your fireplace, it's them cleaning the fire or the chimney. So yeah, so we're just there. We were just hoping not to lose power and not to have the water shut off. So far, we've been great with both of them. So hopefully that continues. I don't foresee, I know we're under the warning until a winter weather warning till 6 tonight. I don't think we're supposed to get really anything more precipitation wise. And honestly, I don't think it's bad enough for us to lose power. There's been, over in College Station, they lost power last night, but that was because some fool was out driving and crashed into an electric pole, took out the pole, so there was, 500 people without power. And then here in Bryan, it said because of, I almost think it was like water got into something with the electrical transformer or something, and there was, I think it said 650 people without power in town here, but everybody's got their power back on yet now, so I don't foresee the power going out unless somebody crashes, or never say never, right? But precipitation wise, we should be okay. It's just the temperature wise, as long as they don't have to go through and shut the water off or anything. And I don't think they never have in any of the other years, so I don't really foresee it happening here. But like I say, never say never. So, well, this has been long enough, and I gotta add on the video of going out to the car, so I don't want to make this too long and boring. But I hope everyone is safe, everybody is warm. If you're snowed in right now or iced in, hey, do like I've been doing today. Sitting on the couch, cuddling with my dog, playing games on TV or on my phone, checking some Facebook, and watching YouTube. So I hope everyone else is having a great day. If you're somebody that is an essential worker that has to go out to work in this, thank you so much. If you're a lineman, which is an essential worker, thank you for going out and working too. So I'll be talking to you again real soon here in the next one. Bye, everyone. Yeah, all our cars are so coated. Oh my gosh, look at that. Good night. Even my tires are icy. Oh my goodness. I can't believe that none of this is salted out here. Even these stairs are icy. Oh, goodness.